Today we will see XOR learning, why it is needed and how it is performed. So let us consider the example given on left side. We have been given with separate clusters of triangles and diamond, and our target is to classify them. So now the question is, can we classify these classes of triangles and diamonds with the help of a single linear hyperplane? No, obviously not. There is no way of drawing a hyperplane which can classify both this type of elements. So now for simplicity, consider the example on right side. We have been given with only 4 elements, 2 are triangles and 2 are diamonds along with their coordinates, and now our task is to separate them. Now we are sure of the fact that we cannot separate these types of entities with the help of a single hyperplane. We cannot separate this with the help of a single neuron or perceptron. But if we add one more layer of neuron, then this task is achievable. Let us see how. Now we have been given with 2 types of input, triangle and diamond. So we have used here 2 input neurons x1 and x2 with weights of 30 and minus 30 respectively for hidden neuron h1 and h2 containing bias of minus 20 and 40. Again, weights of h1 and h2 are 30 and bias for output neuron is minus 40. Now we have constructed the network. So let us see how it actually performs the given task. So consider the input diamond with coordinates of 0, 0. So let us substitute this value 0, 0 into the equation of neuron for calculation of weight. What was the equation? Input into weight plus or minus bias. So for h1, weight are 30, input is 0, so 30 into 0 plus 30 into 0 minus bias is given minus 20. So minus 20, answer will be minus 20 as it is less than 0. So after application of activation function, the final output will be 0. In the same way, let's calculate h2. So weights for h2 are minus 30, input is 0, minus 30 into 0, minus 30 into 0 plus bias is given as 40. So plus 40, answer will be plus 40, which is greater than 0. So after application of activation function, final output will be 1. Now we have the values for h1 and h2. So let us substitute these values of h1 and h2 for output neuron. So 30 into 0 plus 30 into 1 minus bias of output neuron is minus 40. Answer is negative. So after application of activation function, final output will be 0. So this coordinate 0, 0 is classified as some class 0. Let us say that this 0 belongs to some class A, or we can say this class A belongs to class of diamonds. Now let's move on. Let's consider the second coordinate 0 and 1. Substitute the values for h1 and h2. We are getting 1, 1 for both. Again substituting 1, 1 of h1 and h2 in final output neuron, we are getting answer as 1, which means this coordinate 0 and 1 is being classified into some 1. So let us say 1 belongs to some class B, or class B belongs to class of triangles. Next coordinate 1, 0. So h1 equals to 1, h2 we are getting 1, and after substitution we are getting final output as 1. So this coordinate 1, 0 also belongs to class B. Now the final coordinate 1, 1. We are getting, for the final coordinate 1, 1 we are getting h1 equals to 1, h2 equals to 0, and after substitution of h1 and h2 we are getting final output as 0. So we can say this 1, 1 is classified into class A. Now let us check after the calculation. This point 0, 0 and 1, 1 should belong to same class. Yes, 1, 1 belongs to class A as well as 0, 0 also belongs to class A, and simultaneously 0, 1 and 1, 0 should belong to same class. So yes, both belongs to class B. So this task of classification has been performed successfully. So now let us try to visualize this classification. Now if we want to draw a hyperplane for both H1 and H2, then how is it possible? How we can draw or how we can determine the classification done by H1 or the classification done by H2, or how we can visualize this classification on coordinate plane. So let's consider the first one, input 0 0. Now this neuron H1 classifies this 0 0 into 0. Actual answer is also 0, so yes, classification is correct. Second one, H1 classifies it to 1, actual is also 1, so this one is also correct. Next, 1 0, H1 classifies it to 1 and actual is also 1, so this is also correct. Next, for coordinate 1 1, H1 classifies this coordinate to 1, but the actual answer is 0, which means this H1 neuron cannot classify this coordinate 1 1 properly. Here it performs misclassification, which means actually this point 1 1 belongs to class A, but this H1 neuron classifies it to class B. So if we want to represent this H1 neuron visually, then we can say this red hyperplane corresponds to neuron H1. In the same way, let us focus on hidden neuron H2. This H2 classifies this 0 0 into 1, but actual 1 is 0. So here again a misclassification has occurred, and in all other cases you can see classification is properly done, 0 0 1 1 and 1 1, right? So if we want to draw a hyperplane for this one, then we can say the hyperplane with green color corresponds to hidden neuron H2. Now the fact here is neither H1 neuron or H2 neuron alone can classify this problem, because H1 does misclassification for coordinate of 1 1 and this H2 does misclassification for the coordinate of 0 0. But when we are combining these both hyperplanes, when we are combining these both neurons, then the task is easily achieved. We can easily solve this classification. So this was the XOR learning or solution to XOR problem.